Are you saying hi? Hi, Pete. Okay. Hi. Okay, get down. Get down. Get down. Okay. Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Doodle&Flea Knits podcast. My name is Erin and this is my space where I talk about mainly knitting. Today is March 28th, 2021, and honestly, I have no idea where this month went, which is probably why I only have one finished object to show and my standard 2 WIP. So this might be a short one, but I'll show you what I got and I guess let's jump in. So first of all, you can always find me on Instagram as Doodle&Flea Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as The Thready Bear. I try to keep up on my project pages, so if you have any questions or something I forget to mention here, hopefully you can hop on to Ravelry and find that answer there, or you can always leave me a question down below. Today, I am burning a locally made candle. It is Pear Berry by Scented Essentials. So it is mainly pear, and then there's strawberry and raspberry notes as well. So it's just very light, fruity, perfect as we're diving into springtime. And I mean, it is a very dreary, wet day today. So hopefully the lighting isn't too horrible, but I know I'm coming in with a window over here. But okay, so let's get started with my only finished object, which I'm really not going to talk about too much because I went into pretty good detail on it in episode 3, which was March's mid-month mini episode. And that is the Park Place beanie, which I did a test knit for Rachel Ramio of Maven Crafted. So if I pique your interest by showing you like a little teaser, head over to episode 3 and I think there's quite a bit of information on there. But yeah, so this is a worsted weight beanie. It has a fisherman's rib and then this adorable picot edge. And it's just a real relaxed fit. And I made the smallest size because it's for Doodle. For next, there she is wearing it. To me, it kind of looks like something off of Strawberry Shortcake because they had these like those like bloomy hats. But yeah, or like super 70s vibes. But yeah. Anyway, I knit this in this orange you'll recognize from Fonda. This is Knit Pick Swish in Allspice. And then this golden color is Lion Brand Touch of Alpaca in Goldenrod. So I really, really like this pattern. I'm not a huge hat person, but I mean, it is really cute. Even I might steal it from Doodle when she's a little older. I mean, it is really cute. I mean, this is not my size and it's still pretty darn comfortable. But I want to say why I don't really like the end product because it has nothing to do with the pattern itself. It is the yarn. I'm a huge fan of Swish. It's this Lion brand. Now, the Touch of Alpaca is a 90% acrylic, 10% alpaca base. And I don't know if I'm becoming a yarn snob, but it just feels really acrylic-y to me. And I don't do a lot of knitting with acrylic because I try to watch like my environmental impact with like my knitting. Like, why use plastic when I can use natural fibers like, you know, merino or whatever. And I know superwash stuff is not the best for the environment, but that's a discussion for another day. But yeah, so I don't use acrylic too much, but I'm not opposed to it. I mean, if it's what you want to use or can use, I mean, I know for like babies, it's pretty common, but just this, I don't know if it's the alpaca in it or what, but it just like, it's kind of like nails on a chalkboard to me. I don't know why. And it's weird because I've been working with the touch of merino and I don't feel that way at all. So it's just the touch of alpaca that is just like, yeah, no. But yeah, pattern, great. Yarn, eh. And then if you want to know a little bit about or more about the pattern itself, check out episode 3 of the Doodle&Flea Knits podcast. Okay, so that is this. We are putting it away because it is springtime. We don't need fall colored hats. And we can move on to our works in progress level. Okay, so the first one you would have seen last month. And here is where I was, where I put the progress keeper. And here's where I am. Okay, so that made it seem like I actually made pretty good progress on this. But anyway, this is the Wrap Me Up Sweater Scarf by Chantal of Knittitude. So it is a sweater slash scarf, and it like kind of goes around her body. I don't even quite know how to put it on, but I know she has a video for it. But this is being made for my sister, who is getting married in January of 22, so it's gonna be a little chilly. So she wanted a sweater in her wedding colors. But yeah, this is roughly how it goes. I mean, I think it might be on backwards, but yeah, so you have a sleeve and then just stockinette area. So Wrap Me Up Sweater Scarf by Chantal of Knittitude, and I am using Lion Brand Touch of Merino in Beet Red. So this is that, and this is a 90% acrylic, 10% merino. And yeah, not having any issues with this acrylic, just a touch of alpaca. Anyway, but yeah, this is how far I have gotten on it. I am using US 6 4mm, my Chagoo interchangeables, my very trusty guys. But this is, I've been working on this for 6 weeks, which I know some knitters are going to be like, how? And it's just a very slow going project. I mean, the finished project is really, really nice, but it's not engaging because per pattern instructions, and for it to, look how you want it to look, I need to have about my wingspan of straight stockinette knit flat. So that's 50% purling. I do not like purling. It is too slow for me. I'd rather just zoom along knitting. And so like just straight purling drives me insane. I do continental purling, but it's just not as fast as knitting. So this is, I am about to my shoulder. So I'm not quite halfway done. It's a labor of love. I love you, sister. So you better appreciate this. As you can see, I moved my progress keeper because I'm sure I'll be working on this in a month. Though, because this is not a super engaging knit, I was finding myself not working on it and like, this needs to be done. I have plenty of time, but it needs to be done, and I don't like languishing whips. And so I turned this into my 30-minute a day project. So for at least 30 minutes, I work a little bit on this. I always finish on a knit row, or I finish on a purl row, so I'm ready to knit when I pick it up the next day. And it is growing much faster. I know this is about where I was when I fully committed to 30 minutes a day. So that's a pretty good progress considering. And that was about 10 days ago. And this was about a month of progress. So yeah, I think definitely setting aside the time to consciously knit on it every day, definitely makes it grow faster. And I usually do get in a little bit more than 30 minutes. The little flea and I have kind of had a little routine going where I sit and knit on this for an episode of old Ghost Adventures. I'm talking like 10 years ago or something like that. I watch my Ghost Adventures knit, and then she usually sits right by me, tummy time, or just kind of kicking her legs on her back. We always call it doodling. So just kind of doing what they're doing, doodling, kicking around, trying to figure out their arms and stuff like that. So we do that for 30 minutes, usually about 45 minutes, like for a full episode. But yeah, so that's how I'm getting progress on this. I don't know if I should put this in the universe, but maybe this will be done by next month if I fully commit. I'm not going to stress myself out to finish it in a month because I got time, so why not? And plus it's tough to force yourself on stocking it. I don't know. So maybe I'll put this out in the ethers that it'll be out or done by next month. If not, here's my progress keeper, so we'll see how much progress I get in a month. We'll see. Oh, and I have to tell you, I'm so annoyed because part of the reason why I am using Lion Brand on this project is because, like I said, it's for a wedding, and we're kind of talking about doing some matching sweaters for like the flower girls, junior bridesmaids, and then for myself, maid of honor. And so that's going to be another 3 or 4 sweaters. And so I'm like, I should get, a big brand, so I know I'll always have like the right colorway and maybe not the right dye lot. I knew that was going to be an issue, but I wasn't going to have an issue getting rid of or finding this yarn for 3 or 4 sweater quantities. Well, guess who went and discontinued? Beat Red. Yeah, Lion Brand. Thanks, Lion Brand. Fortunately, I should have enough for the brides to finish the bride sweater, the Wrap Me Up sweater scarf. But yeah, trying to source 3 or 4 sweater quantities, I don't think that's gonna happen. So I guess we're going back to the drawing board. At least we're not moving wedding dates like a lot of people. I'm still perturbed. Oh well, I like the yarn. It's easy to work with and pretty economical, so I'm kind of crossing my fingers that it'll come back in the fall, that they just took it away for spring. But I think that's kind of pushing it. The wedding's in January, and then if their fall colors aren't back, or this doesn't come back in the fall colors, I think I'm going to be in trouble. So I don't know what I'll do. I'll finish Wrap Me Up sweater scarf, and then I'll cross the bridge for other sweaters when I get to it. I don't know. What else can I do? I don't think Lion Brand really cares that I'm very upset about my projects. Oh well, it is what it is. So that's my one work in progress that you saw last time. And then my new work in progress, which you did not see, and I don't think you've even seen the yarn, because I got the yarn and it was immediately cast on pretty much. So I do have a half finished object. Bum-ba-da! These are the Sporty Shorty socks by Perfectly Knotted. So, as it sounds, it is shorty sock, slip stitch heel, and then it has arch support with a section of slip stitches. And some striping on the toe. Yeah. So it's definitely a fun project. I really fell in love with the pattern when I first saw it, like on Instagram, I think it was. I really fell in love with it. So I bought it, and I wanted to use my sock set. Here, let me talk. Which one do I want to talk about first? Okay, yeah. So I bought the this sock set, and I really wanted to do this pattern with the sock set. So this sock set is Go Tell the Bees sock set, and that is from Twig and Twine Yarn Company from the Handmaker's Bag. I know, I know the labels are backwards, but it makes me feel better, so just pretend like you can read them. Twig and Twine Yarn Company from the Handmaker's Bag. Okay, this green and gray shawl is actually some of her yarn, some old Outlander inspired. I think it was like Standing Stones and St. Patrick's Day that I used in this. And so this is also an Outlander inspired yarn by the 9th book, the unreleased book from Diana Gabaldon, which is called Go Tell the Bees. Because I guess it's like a tradition. I don't know if it's Gaelic or just in general, but people would talk to the bees, which I love that idea. I love bees. I really want to have a hive, but that's dangerous for the kids, but whatever. Bee stings build character. But yeah, so as soon as I got my sock set in the mail, I casted these on. After some deliberating for like 30 minutes, because the pattern calls for 20 grams of this contrasting color, so the white, 21 grams, which I'm sure most of you knitters know that most sock sets come with 20-gram mini skeins, which is what this one came with. So I already had my heart set on Sporty Shorties married to Go Tell the Bees, and yeah, because I don't think that physics applies to me, apparently. I am willingly playing Yarn Chicken. And I am doing all the contrasting with a 20-gram mini. And I'm keeping my ends as like short as I can. I mean, not necessarily the long tail cast on because I can't figure those ones out. But most of my ends are pretty small. And I don't mind, but I am on the, try not to drop stitches. I am on the second sock. I got through the cuff, the sporty stripe, the heel, and the heel turn. So I am on the gusset decreases, and all that's left is sporty stripe and the toe. And this is what I have left of the mini for the toe and the sporty stripe. So I'm probably going to hate myself for doing this, but I'm going with it. I have no idea what's in here, didn't measure anything. I will find out when I hit the toe. And I think I can do it though. This seems like a decent amount. I think I can do it. But yeah, so this is just like a cream colorway, and it was paired with this like gorgeous rich honey tonal. I just think it screamed to be a part of these sporty shorty socks. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. So yeah, I'm working on that. The yarn, the main colorway comes with 463 yards, 100 grams. 220 gram mini, and it is a 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon base. So just your standard sock base. But yeah, so hopefully I'll figure out who won this game of Yarn Chicken. And within the next week, because coming down the pike, I really want to cast on this cutie patootie. This is Bunny Hop from Chelsea Luxe Yarns, and this is on her coupe sock base, which is an 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. And I want to cast this on for Easter Day, since it is, you know, an Easter colorway. And I want to try doing an afterthought everything. So just knit a huge tube with a cuff on the end, and then add in this contrasting heels and toes. So that's my plan. So I want to get Go Tell the Bees done in the next couple of days, and so I can cast this on Easter Day, because we'll be kind of riding around visiting family. So I think having a nice straight, no thought having to do, you know, really don't have to think about what you're doing, just knit. I think that'll be really nice for the car. But yeah, I mean, look at these speckles. This is the first time I've ordered from her. But like, oh my gosh, these are so pretty. And just so happy. I don't know. I'm a fan. And it's squishy. It is, did I say it was on her coupe sock? Luxe coupe sock? But yeah, so I'm really excited. So hopefully I'll cake that up soon and get that ready to go for a week. It all depends on how the girls are feeling and if they've been cranky. So yeah, so I want to work on that soon. Hopefully finish up the Wrap Me Up sweater scarf. I'm starting to lose it now. But then the other thing I want to kind of start working on is more of a me-made wardrobe besides knits. So I bought this book, Tilly and the Buttons Stretch. Make yourself comfortable sewing with knit fabrics, meaning like DuPonts or knit, jersey knits, stuff like that. And I haven't sewn garments since I was in 4-H. And even then, it took a really long time. I stopped sewing garments and I started doing more of quilting. So it has been a very long time since I've done sewing garments, but I think I mentioned last month that I am doing the Wool and 100-Day Challenge with the Rowena swing dress, and I'm a quarter of the way through, a little over a quarter of the way through. And it's really making me think about fast fashion, and it makes me look at my closet full of clothes that I don't even think half of them fit me anymore. I've had 2 babies, so I don't think most of them fit me, but I just don't want to get rid of them. But then they're also just, I don't know. I want to revamp my wardrobe and make it way more me-made. And so I think I'm going to try to delve into Miss Tilly, and hopefully I like it. If not, I mean, having 1 or 2 sewn pieces will be nice. And if I don't feel oh my gosh, excuse me. If I don't feel comfortable, I'm sorry, I got distracted. This is kind of serendipitous. Make it a lifestyle on slow sewing. Maybe you feel pressured by an arbitrary deadline to finish a garment so you can move on to the next project ASAP. I'm going to have to read that. because I have been thinking about even slow making, and I don't know. That's a discussion for another day, but I do want to have a handmade lifestyle. I want to enjoy what I put on. And, you know, I am learning people don't care that you're wearing the same thing over and over. Nobody pays attention. I still trying to convince myself, because I mean, coworkers will make a comment like, "Oh, you look so cute," or whatever. So I don't know. But yeah, so hopefully by next time I see you, I am sewing, knitting some bunny hop socks, and finishing up the boring knit that I say with so much love. But I guess, without rambling on, I guess that's all that I have to say. I hope you had a good time sitting down and talking with me. And if you are a new viewer, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for joining me once more. And I hope I will see you all again next month. Maybe sooner. We'll see. Have a good spring.